Hey everybody, welcome back to A Better Computer. My name is Matt, and normally my videos look something like this, but today it's gonna look like this, because I'm gonna be showing you what my setup is when I make videos for YouTube. Okay, so this is my view while I'm recording the video. I'll just kind of go through the things that I've got set up. Obviously, this is not the fanciest setup you've seen from anyone's YouTube setup, but it's what I've got and it works for me. So I'll just go right here to audio, which is the more of an important thing than a lot of people think at first. But this is the Shure MV7 microphone. It's the little brother to the SM7B that kind of everyone else seems to have. And it just works great. Sounds really, really good. It's got a wind cover on it. This is the one that comes with it. But yeah, you can get a bigger one if you want, but this one works fine for me. It's plugged in via this long USB-C cable through an Elgato some sort of mic arm. I forget exactly what it's called, but it goes all the way back to the MacBook Pro over there, which we'll get to in a second. But yeah, all audio goes through this, in large part because this room is very echoey. It's hard surfaces everywhere. Below me, I've got a little rug that tries to absorb some of it. Sorry about my feet. And up on my walls in front of me, I have two blankets that are trying to absorb sound as well. So again, very lo-fi, but it works well enough for me. Let's go up here to the camera, and I'm going to turn off the light, but this is the light I use. It is my single light source outside of the window to my other side, but it's just a very basic GE light bulb, a GE Reveal LED HD Plus light. So yeah, HD light definitely makes my video quality better. Lighting is definitely a thing I need to upgrade, but that's what I have now. And again, it gets the job done, so it's not the end of the world for me. But this is what I shoot on. This is what a lot of people are going to be probably interested in. This is the Canon EOS RP. It is a full-frame mirrorless camera. It's the entry-level one that Canon makes. Kind of the little brother, again, to the Canon EOS R and R5 and R6. But yeah, shoots 1080p, does 4K, but it crops in quite a bit and doesn't focus well at all. So I never shoot in 4K, I shoot in 1080p. And sometimes I'll upscale that using Topaz Video Enhance AI to 4K. That takes a long time, so I always do it for short clips, not really long ones, but yeah. So that's the camera body. And then I'm using Canon's 35mm f1.8 macro lens. So this gets me a nice depth of field, gets me the field of view that I want, and just kind of, it works great. So I shoot every single video with this lens. But yeah, that's the camera setup. And it's sitting on a Manfrotto tripod. I got this one from Best Buy, so it's not one of their fancier ones, but it totally gets the job done. And I actually just have it sitting on my desk while I'm recording, but it can get very tall. So that's the camera. Now let's move over to kind of what you're used to seeing. This is basically what you're used to seeing, except I'm usually here. So let's go back here and see what we've got. I've got kind of just a basic Office Depot chair here, nothing fancy, so nothing to write home about. On the wall, I've got two posters. So this one is a Lost in Translation custom poster that I got probably off Etsy years ago. It's not available for sale anymore, but it was kind of a limited edition thing, and I just love Lost in Translation. It's probably my favorite movie of all time. So like having that on the board. And then I have this Mario Kart Rainbow Road one that my wife got me for my birthday last year. Really, really cool. Love this one. It would be even better if it was Waluigi in there, not Wario, but I'll take it. It's a very cool poster and I like having it quite a bit. Going down here, we've got fake plant, no big deal. And then we've got a Bloodborne character. So this is the Hunter. I just love Bloodborne, would love to see Bloodborne 2. But until that day comes, I'm just going to enjoy the first game and enjoy this character. But yeah, we've got that. And then I have some lights to kind of spice up the background a little bit. They're both from a company called ECOLOR. Now, full disclosure, ECOLOR did send these out to me, but they are not paying me for any reviews or anything. They're not, they're not like, there's no affiliate links or anything, but I will put links to everything that I'm showing today in the description. This is kind of meant for like behind a TV, but I just have it wrapped around my plant and it's kind of cycling through lights. It has a remote you can use to set different modes. And then this is kind of like just an ambient light thing. It's a moon thing and it has different modes. So I can switch to kind of this or like bright, or, you know, there's a whole bunch of different ones I can go through. I'll just cycle through a bunch. I kind of like this guy. I kind of like this one. So we'll leave it there. But yeah, just kind of things to spice up the background a little bit that I like to use there. And if we go over to the other side, you'll see we have another fake plant. This is just kind of like a Target lamp that I got for like 20, 30 bucks, and a little LED light bulb with a little curly thing in there. So I thought it would look cooler on camera than it does. It looks fine on camera, but yeah, that's kind of what I got there. Just again, an ambient light thing. I've got two lenses here. This one right here is the sibling basically to the one I'm actually using on my camera right now. This is the 50mm f1.8 lens from Canon. Not quite as fancy as the 35mm one, but when I want to zoom in a little bit more, this one's nice to have around. And then this one is the kit lens that came with the EOS RP. It's the 24-105 f4.0 lens. This one's not as good. It does zoom to a pretty, substantial spot at 105mm, but I actually don't need it for video that much. And since it's f4.0, it doesn't let as much light in as my 1.8 35mm one that I use. So I don't end up using this one much, but it's nice to have around for when I do need to zoom. And then over here, I just have a single HomePod in the office that I use for listening to music and stuff. Love the HomePod, but yeah, it's kind of sitting back here right now. And I cycle things in and out of this backspace to kind of mix it up a little bit. But in 2022, I would like to make this a little nicer, a little more dynamic. So we'll see what I can do there. But if we turn around one more time to the desk, let me go ahead and move the camera out of here. We've got the whole setup. So I've already done a video talking about my desk, and so I'm not going to go into a ton of detail, but I do have a MacBook Pro. This is the 14-inch model from 2021. It's the entry-level one, so the absolute cheapest you can buy. And the reason that I love it is ports. I have ports. So I have these over here. On this side, you can't really get back there, but actually, there we go. This guy, the SD card for me, for my use case, is almost worth the price of admission alone. It's so convenient to have this. So all footage from my Canon is shot and recorded to an SD card and then is put into the Mac directly there. So 14-inch MacBook Pro, really great computer and really like having it. This is an LG display. And then I've got kind of a keyboard. There's a Keychron K8 with a custom key set. The Logitech MX Master. This is the version 3 one, my favorite mouse by far. And this is a fellow, let's see, there we go. It's like a little coffee mug. You can see I kind of need to wash the bottom of it. But yeah, just to keep my coffee warm. And yeah, that's kind of basically the setup. The big challenges that I have in this room, again, are sound. So I have some stuff up here that's, again, literally just stuff I had around the house already. My lighting setup is literally just a regular old light bulb, so you can turn that on and off, and that's easy enough. And yeah, that's what it takes. So when you see this view, everything looks clean, put together and everything. And then when you kind of go around, you're like, oh, there's some stuff on the ground. And yeah, it's not like the most pretty YouTuber studio. It's literally my office doing what I can to make it work. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And yeah, I'll see you here next time. Bye-bye.